Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Huskies and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away. And we may... have a face mask here right at the start. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Ricky.
Here's Newton. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
52's the mic. I'm coming after you.
3rd and long. It's Newton. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run it with Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Throwing on 2nd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw, Newton. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton to the end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. AT Gator.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Get it.
On first down, Madison. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Hand. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fights him off. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Newton on 1st down. He's got it to Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Let's go, baby.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st down, Hand. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Quan Alexander, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Looking to throw. Hand. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for 1st down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver still gets a point there? Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hand. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. 2nd and long. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Newton now 8 of 11 in this 1st half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Newton. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he comes back with one complete. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
36 yards on the play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Hand under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Hand. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. The final shot before break. Hand. And it's caught. Touchdown. Miles Boykin as time expires in the first half. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Ready, break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Out.
Throwing on first down. Hand. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Madison. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Small.
58's the mic. 58.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Hand. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check. 55 to Mike. 55 to Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, he's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now it's Newton. Got his man. It's Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Mike 57.
glad his team showed up.
Ready.
To throw on second down. Hand. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
8.
On 1st down, Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Kill.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Williams with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the Eagles' 42-yard line.
Off play action. Hand. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey, exit.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey, watch the leg.
From the gun, Hand. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Hand. He's going to fire one deep, middle of, it's caught, inside the 25. Touchdown! A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
We got this.
At their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Mike, pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check safety.
They'll run on first down. Arrington. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
55, Mike, got 55. Target. Off, target. Mike 55, Mike 55. I don't think you got it, son. I get it.
From the 50, Newton. Airing it out deep for Smith. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make...
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hand. He rifles one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
On 1st and 10, Hand. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Looking to throw. Hand. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
On the ball.
To throw again. Hand. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Room here to run. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right?
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner. But one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium.
Jason Myers set to kick
And
off.
after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Hand. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Hand. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Back to throw. Hand. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully...
A win here means